Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and yeah, unfortunately, if you're probably confused about what's going on, I am too, because to be honest, after this, I am shutting up production on the worst of the worst Battle Royale, because I think 20 songs, technically, like, I think it's like 26 technically, because we're doing 2 albums in this as well. But to be honest, I'm not even sure if I'm even going to make that long, because to be honest, this came out in 92, the same year that, you know, Defiled Corpse or whatever by Cannibal Corpse came out. You know, that gave us such great hits like I Come Blood, Hammer Smashed Face, and Necro Pedophile. I honestly don't think for 1 minute, because again, I'm not a fan of this sort of thing, but you know what? We're going to do a very different sort of reaction to this. This is going to be an endurance test. We're going to see how long I could last listening to this when I can literally not listen to this anymore. So, yeah, this is going to be a challenge. So, let's see if I should have just gone to bed instead. So, masturbate in... It's, oh, by the way, the group is called Apator as well. So, masturbate in praise of Black Satan. Okay. In 3, 2, 1, and... You know, maybe I want to turn this down just a little bit more because I don't really trust what's coming. Okay, that should do it. Don't you love we're literally a minute into this and nothing's actually happened? Wait, did they just literally like leave like the mic on? They're not doing anything. Okay, we're nearly 2 minutes into this. These guys, this is not death. I thought this was going to be like death metal or something like grind or sludge. No, this is not anything close to that. This isn't. If this is meant to be death metal, it's not. It doesn't even count. It hasn't fucking began yet. It's the first. Is Rape or Satan? There's like another minute and a half of this, and then Rape or Satan, which I assume is the first thing. Craving Satan's near before the satanic Moloch. At least, you know, some of these things sound kind of interesting. Oh. No wonder people were upset with this. Yeah, that's just... If this generally does not begin until the 3rd minute, I'm going to be pissed. I can't even work out what this guy's even supposed to be doing. Okay, you know what? Are we all in favour of me just skipping ahead? There we are. I've done you all a favour. I don't think we're missing much. I'm turning this down again because, again, it's not that I don't trust this, but I am now thoroughly convinced this was a joke. This has to be. One second. Wait a minute.
The satanic blood, the bloody cries of anti-Satan,
Right, you know what? Fuck off. That's it. I'm done. You know what? No. Worst of the worst? No. That fucking doesn't even cover it. That's a fucking piss take. That's what that... What on earth... Where did this fucking come from? What the fuck is this? This is... I mean, yeah, listening it, you know what, weirdly anxiety-inducing, especially listening to it alone at night. Why on earth would you even do that? What the fuck is this? The only actual black metal album of all time? No, I honestly don't think so. This is not an album. This is an endurance test. Like I said before, this is 100% an endurance test. It's 27 minutes. It's 27 minutes, 45 seconds of literally hearing some guy slur his words in absolute nonsense to some satanic ritual. I think this guy is like, Satan vomits on Holy Mary's virgin child, rape or Satan, craving Satan's violence, kneel before... Who on... Right, you know what, I feel like if these guys are even still around or they're hiding somewhere, I'm going to friggin' write a letter to them. I'm going to write a letter saying, you know what, you guys literally just wasted my time. I am going to demand an apology for this is... You know what? For my money, this is probably the worst. This is literally the very bottom of the pile. If you could even bother calling this music, it's not music, ladies and gentlemen. It's not deep. It's not thought-provoking. It's not interesting. It is a waste of time. That's what this album is. I could have fucking gone to bed tonight. It's like 10:30 at night. I've got a shitload of things to do in the morning. And you know what? You know, in fact, you know what? I'll tell you what, I'll be kinder. You know what? If I'm being completely fair, I think this thing is better than Necropedophile, and that's about it. If I can even say that. No, actually, no, I can't. No, Necropedophile is literally the worst. But this is... Who fuck... I can't even work out what this guy's even meant to be doing. Is that like a table full of like bones or meat, or what is this shit? I'm literally like, I want to friggin' go through the comments on this just to... What is this? Funniest fucking album? Like, no, I think I could probably come up with something funnier than this. In fact, yeah, I think that would be a pretty good idea, is that this... I really could come up with something funnier than this. Aptor is a really singular force in noise music, and there's nothing really like him. I don't think what Aptor is doing can be categorized as black metal, but the thing he has in common with black metal is how over-the-top satanic, unintentionally funny elements bump along in an uncanny way with the truly epic, no messing around satanic elements. And in my book, that's awesome. You all should hear Aptor's new stuff. I don't. It's totally on par, if not even better than his old stuff. How... Jeez. I especially recommend the Beyonce album Void Beyond the Stench from 2017. He sits one day at home in his satanic dominion and watches Beyonce on Oprah being full of shit and decides to make the best noise album of the year by sodomizing her interview because he can. Can I ask a question? Did he actually ever make money out of this? World's first ASMR? Well, maybe that's possibly true, but you know what? Again, if I'm being completely fair and honest, ladies and gentlemen, and I will, this is just the shit I just don't get myself into. Because, let me put it to you like this, ladies and gentlemen, I don't really get the idea of black metal. It's a very nebulous sort of concept for me. Doom metal is as far as I'm willing to go. Stoner metal as well. But no, I don't want to... I don't see the appeal. I really, really don't. I get it. I get why some people would like it, but this is like... No, I just can't do this. So yeah, that's... I'm throwing in that. Where is it? Right, you know what this is, ladies and gentlemen? That's me throwing in the towel. I do not care that there's at least 10 other things on here as well. Freight Train I've covered before. I'll tell you what, I'll go over the rest of some of these, just so we can get to the end of this. Rudgang die Transcendentalter Salade. German, I imagine. Don't really know what it is. Wacky Wydron 3 Inches of Blood. I don't know what that is either. Don't really want to. Shoot Me Again by Metallica. I don't really... Again, it's one of those things where I get the idea. It's just not really good in execution. I've done Angel and the Gambler. Freight Train, I've done before. There's a lot of good energy into it. It's just marred by production issues more than anything, which ruins the entire album. Cinderella Rockefeller, not too sure what that is either. Maybe we'll come over it some other time. All Alive, love a bit. Don't know, heard it's shit as well. Skull and Bones, Earth's Secret History. I heard it's almost worse than Wheels of Steel. We'll wait to see about that. Dawn of Mega Metal, no idea. Overdeath, King Arthur's Final Battle, no idea. Americon, no idea. Distroked AD, probably not. Lilith's Embrace, no idea. La Gole de Ramses, no idea. And Surrounded by Silence. What is Surrounded by Silence, actually? I'll tell you what, let me just... What is this song? by Design the Skyline. It's got to be something... Oh, here. Oh, yeah. Design. It is by Design the Skyline. Oh, but let me just give a little listen to this. See if I've missed anything. Okay, you know what? I've got a better idea. 3, 2, 1. You know what? Fuck it. We'll do something better instead, ladies and gentlemen. We're literally gonna... I'm going to save your time, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm gonna make this up for you. We're gonna fucking forget everything about whatever the hell Aptor was about. Let's check this out instead. I may as well give you guys something to go out on. So, Surrounded by Silence. I don't know anything about Design the Skyline, so let's do this. So let's do some actual music. 3, 2, 1, and... Okay, it looks kind of nice. It's 2010, I think they said, so... just check this guy out. You know what? Again, this suffers from almost something like this. This suffers from the same problem that Necropedophile suffers from, except I have no way to determine whatever the hell anyone is talking about, because the fucking the death screaming is drowning out the music, and I can't fucking pay attention to anything. This song is literally trying to, like, shout. It's trying to deafen itself, not us. Which I think is really fucking cathartic, considering some of the shit I've had to go through. Oh, that's funny, man. And they're fucking auto-tuning it as well. As though that was the problem. Oh, God. Oh, that's too good. You know, I want to almost give these kids some advice. There should be points in a song where you should perhaps do the death screaming. You shouldn't do that for the entire song. You know what? Kill Switch Engage did not scream all the time. Linkin Park did not scream all the time. God rest Chester's for a beautiful soul. You know what I mean? There's a time and a place. And I could respect these kids, because I think they were, 15, 14 years old when they made this. But I wonder whether or not Victory Records were having second thoughts, or they really must have saw something by these guys. And again, the irony of this song being called Surrounded by Silence. There's no silence whatsoever. I'm sorry, I can't even keep pace with the music. There's no consistency. There's no there's no consistent tone or style to this. It's just throw anything to see if it works. Are these guys even playing these instruments? That looks very suspicious. Why are these guys filming it literally in a wood anyway? What was why did they do this? Oh, I see what it is. The condition was that they would make this video outside as long as they had to find their own way back home. And they had to take all their equipment with them. Now it makes sense. That is pretty cool, though, I must admit. It's too bad I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but you know what I mean? Yeah. I will absolutely say this right now. I am experimental grindcore. Maybe that is the best way I could put it. To be honest... Yeah, I'm again, maybe this is just because I'm not a fan of this sort of stuff, but you know what? I think that's fine, because to be honest, I kind of just thought I looked at it and thought it was kind of like stupid, to be honest. But to be honest, I think these are just the idea of having 16 teenagers literally do grindcore. I think that's frigging badass. I really do. I really appreciate that they went out of their way and they really went for it. I wish I could say I knew exactly what they were talking about. I don't, to be honest. But you know what? I'll give these guys a break. I'm pretty sure they've been through addressed enough. I mean, there was literally a whole video where they addressed negative comments. How bad did these guys get it? I mean, again, I don't think there's anything really bad, to be honest. It's just they did their own thing, and these guys have got less subscribers than me. What's this? I saw them and hang out with them yesterday. They're really not bad people, and they're seriously the nicest guys ever. Very good to talk out and fan with, and very grateful to their fans. I try to give them a chance before jumping on the bandwagon. I suppose that is true. It's just... I really just don't, I just found the thing a little bit too incoherent, but that's that's just my sort of thing. Yeah, that's just all I gotta say about that. But it was 10 times better whatever that shit was we listened to in the beginning. It's very, very rare I actually ever do 2 songs in one, because I literally had to scramble for something better to do. But I'm glad we did. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That is actually going to do it for the worst of the worst battle royale. I did not think a lot of the songs on this were absolute garbage in my opinion. But some of them were better than I expected. Some of them were worse than I could have possibly imagined. I mean, I almost actually want to go on a limb and say I thought Angel and the Gambler was the worst, because, like I said, for an Iron Maiden song, it really did feel like it was trying to almost waste our time, because it didn't really have anything to offer at all. Meanwhile, Lord Abortion was perhaps the best one I've covered, because I was so unready for it. It was such a warm and pleasant surprise. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, again, all of these things are open to interpretation, but at the same time, there's probably a lot worse out there. But if it's anything like masturbating the praise of the Black Satan, I'd much rather take comfort that this is as bad as it can get. So, I hope all of you guys have enjoyed this thing, and I will look forward to all of you guys again in the next video. Take care, and good night.